All right. Did y'all watch the Oscars? I loved Tem's dress. I loved all of the dresses, actually. And everybody looked beautiful. They were well behaved, whatever that means. I even like Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel came out and did something which I thought was incredible. He chastised the Academy. And, there have been many hosts to do that, but he chastised the Academy on behalf of Danielle Deadwyler and Viola Davis, which made me immediately say, and he pronounced Rihanna's name correctly. Rihanna, it's Rihanna, not Rihanna. We've been wrong. She allowed it, but her name is Rihanna. And when he said it, I was like, Jimmy Kimmel, yes, he sat and he knows he got it right. He wanted to get it right. Smiz, you have the Jimmy Kimmel clip?
And while we're on the subject of diversity, I want to say, especially those of you watching at home, there are a number of excellent films and performances that were not nominated tonight, including Till and The Woman King, which are both based on true stories with great performances from Danielle Deadwyler and Viola Davis that are very worthy of your time if you haven't seen.
Yes, thank you. This was, people were upset about a lot of things last night. I was on, what is his name? Wendell Pierce's timeline, and he posted this piece from Entertainment Weekly from a person that was on the committee to vote. Like actors vote. There are people that are. Shirley Ralph got to vote this year. You're not supposed to tell, but I know she voted for Angela Bassett. I know she voted for Angela Bassett. They're sorority sisters. I know she voted. And I remember talking with Robert Wall about this years ago, because we were going to do something at Hunter College, and he was on a committee. He's like, I don't watch half the films. Maybe he's the source for this. All right, I'm going to read this little clip from Entertainment Weekly about why Viola didn't get nominated or whatever. He said, when they get in trouble for not giving Viola Davis an award, it's like, no, sweetheart, you didn't deserve it. We voted, and we voted for the 5 we thought were best. He says it's not fair for you to start suddenly beating a frying pan and say they're ignoring Black people. They're really not. They're making an effort. Maybe there was a time 10 years ago when they were ignoring Black people, but they have, of all the high profile things, been in the forefront of wanting to be inclusive. Viola Davis and the lady directors need to sit down, shut up, and relax. You didn't get a nomination. A lot of movies don't get nominations. Viola, you have 1 or 2 Oscars. You're doing fine. And he goes on to admit that he doesn't even watch all of the movies. So how do you know whether Viola you didn't watch The Woman King? How do you know she didn't give an Oscar-worthy performance? But we know that like many awards, it's cronyism. It's about who, it's campaigning. Lee Daniels and Oprah were telling Monique, you got to go out and to these parties, you got to campaign. Right. And she's like, I have children to raise. Right. I'm not going to do all of that. Right. And you're not paying me to get on these planes and do all of this. No, I'm good. She still got the Oscar because it was for a trope that made those folk comfortable with seeing us play these damaged people, because that's who they see us as anyway. To give it to Angela Bassett would have been antithetical to what it is that they do with us. So Denzel wins for playing a whooped slave, and this one wins for playing, all of the worst parts of ourselves, because that's what they're comfortable giving it for.
And there's another piece to this too, I think, and that is, I have noticed, Karen, that if Black people create any art form, including and especially the movies, if we create any art form in which white victory is unimagined, it gets no award. If white victory is not at least imagined in that creative endeavor, it gets no award. It's got to at least be possible. The problem with Wakanda is white people couldn't see themselves in it. They can't see themselves in it. So the notion that they're going to award something that does not at least offer the possibility for white exaltation, they find it impossible.
So why watch? All right, let's talk about it when we come back. 866-801-8255. I do want to shout out Jamie Lee Curtis, who won instead of Angela Bassett. And I also want to talk about, there was some snowflake tears on Twitter because Angela Bassett didn't get up and give a standing ovation when her name was not called. She sat there, didn't smile, and didn't applaud. And then somebody said that she was, that was disrespectful to Jamie Lee Curtis. No, Angela Bassett. She's such a great actress. Why should she pretend that she's okay with somebody else winning something that she thinks she deserves? She didn't stomp out. She didn't go up like Kanye, take the award. She didn't cuss anybody. She sat like a dignified woman in her seat and did not. To me, it could have been different. Dr. Daniel Black. I don't know what I would do. Maybe I would have thrown a drink. I don't know. No, I probably would not have.
You wouldn't have done
nice
that.
dress.
But Karen,
Yeah,
here's
messing
what
up
we
my
keep
dress.
doing. We keep telling Black people, you ought to just be glad to be there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. We keep telling Black people, and we keep hoping, and we keep thinking that Black folks ought to shout simply because we're present. Right? So the notion that you actually win, oh my God, that's extra. Oh my God, it would be good if you did. But if you don't, oh my God, have you missed the grandeur? Have you missed the point? Can you even believe that you're here? Hell yeah, I can believe I'm here. Yeah, I can believe I'm here. So this notion of, oh my gosh, the Black presence in the room shows just how far we've come. That's why we cannot keep going, because
Right.
that is not an achievement. Listen, if you're in the negative, you got to go up to zero. And that's where we started. So at zero, forgive us, people, at zero if we don't shout. Forgive us at zero if we don't shout. But it is true that progress has been made. Where people are asleep is where we started.
Yes. So I was mad that Jamie Lee Curtis won instead of, because I actually couldn't get through everything everywhere all at once. It was all over the damn place for me. It was everywhere. It was everything. It was literally the title. I was like, what the hell? And and maybe because I multitask when I watch stuff, and I'm like, I'm like, what? Where's this movie go? What the hell is happening? It was everywhere.
I really thought you literally just freed me. You literally just freed me. I wasn't gonna say it. I said it must have been me. I was not gonna say it. I was in the theater and I was like, is this supposed to be a hodgepodge of some surrealism? Like, I said, what the hell is this movie about? What is this? By midpoint or maybe 3-4, I said, what is this? And what's so deep is the way in which folks are, oh, this is heavy. I was like, I'm more than willing for it to be heavy. It's heavy what?
Oh, y'all, let's stop that. Okay. And stop shaming people because I don't get. No, listen, both of us, between the two of us, we got some decent IQ cells in our brain. Like I'm saying to myself, okay, I love Michelle Yeoh. I love her. Jamie Lee Curtis, and I was happy for everybody, but I'm like, this is literally, I get the alternate universe. I love the metaverse. I love the multiverse. I love all of the verses. We are Marvel. Marvel was literally crafted after us. I can go there. I'm an Octavia Butler fan. We can go in different places where no man has gone before. I didn't get this movie. So because of that, I was out. I did not think Jamie Lee Curtis had a chance. I loved her little scene. She was a little nasty lady that was going. No, it wasn't. Y'all stop. So she's Hollywood royalty, though. We know she's the 8th oldest to win in history, surpassing Dame Judi Dench, which is nice. And her nomination comes 60 years after her mom was nominated for Best Supporting Actress in Psycho. You remember the scene in Psycho? Her mom, Janet Leigh, I think that's her name. And then her father, Tony Curtis, received an Oscar in 1959 for The Defiant One. So she comes from a lineage where, yes, that's fine. We know that. But Angela Bassett deserved that. Stop playing. 866-801-8255 is the number. Dispute me if you want to. And if you saw the movie and you loved it, please enlighten Dr. Daniel Black and I. I'm not going to crap on it, but I'm like, y'all, come on. What am I? Y'all stop lying to us.